Hey guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another episode of our Road to Glory career mode. This is episode number 21, and today I have a special full live episode for you as we face Wolfsburg at home and Bayern Munich away as we take on two of the top three in the Bundesliga in two of the biggest games of the season so far. And it's a full live episode which I really hope you guys enjoy. I know you guys prefer the live commentaries to the post commentaries. As I've said before, it's easier for me to do post commentaries as I can record during the night when my neighbours are asleep and I don't need to commentate until the morning. But I do understand that you guys much prefer the live comms, and that's why I thought today, as we've got two big games, why not make the whole episode live? So everything you'll see is totally live, and hopefully, most importantly, we'll come through with two big wins. Of course, coming on the back of our first away win against Hoffenheim by 3-0 in the league, I'm feeling very confident. Back-to-back wins in all competitions as well after our 1-0 win over Düsseldorf in midweek in the Deutsche Pokal. I'm feeling pretty optimistic. So yeah, let's get straight into it. First game is at home against Wolfsburg. We're not unbeatable at home this season. You guys know that. We've already lost twice, but I'm still feeling confident of getting 3 wins in our last 3 games. So come on, St. Pauli, let's start off with a big win here. That's a poor missed kick there, and it goes straight to Buhaduz. Not much space to shoot here. I'll try and fashion out a chance, and I did as well. Just over the bar from the Moroccan. This has been quite a scrappy beginning to the game. Still 0-0. No proper chances, I guess, other than one for us through Buhaduz. And I can't really break through against Wolfsburg right now. But on the flip side, they can't do that to us. So we're set for a 0-0 as things stand, which I guess isn't great. But here's Andrade through towards Moses on the turn, tackled. We'll win it back. I just can't seem to break them down. There's too many white shirts there. I just can't get inside. This is the biggest problem I have in FIFA. Like, you know, breaking a team down through good passing play is really hard for me to do. Even though you'd think that with the way the game is set up now, this year and last year, it should be a more favourable play style. I still find it really, really difficult. Here's a good chance for Wolfsburg there. They're inside their area, and the shot comes in because Sias makes the save. Not very convincing, but De Ligt does get the ball clear. It's not been a fantastic start to the game, but it is still 0-0. I do think there are goals in it, but I don't know who's going to score the first one. I mean, I picked these 2 games up as 2 of the biggest of the season. Well, right now, this is one to forget. It's a cert for last on match of the day, or whatever the German equivalent is. It's not been a great beginning, but maybe a chance here for the visitors to come forward. And that's a nice ball inside towards Mali here. Mali inside towards his man, who goes for goal, just off target. Now Wolfsburg are coming out of their shell and showing us why they're in 3rd place. Ah, I mean, that's not where I wanted to pass the ball. A quick little shot to my manager, Avatar. Not looking happy with that one. I tried to pass that back inside. I don't know why it just auto-switched to go out wide. I mean, it's not auto-switched, just me being stupid. But it doesn't matter. They've got the ball back here. Charities into Buhaduz. Lovely little flick. And a great ball over the top by Billing. And Charities could be through here. Oh, it's a little bit too high to bounce. But Charities, the Italian, does recover. Nice Berber spin. Rolls it inside. And Andrade fires it wide. So second half begins, still tied at 0-0, and I do feel like someone will break the deadlock, but the final passes haven't been the best in this game, and the finishes have been terrible, to say the least. And it's one of those games where I think just one chance, one goal will separate the sides, but who's going to get it? Charities does really well, cuts inside and shoots into the side netting. We're getting closer, but the finishes just aren't there at the moment, and we're the league's highest scorers. We're going to sort this out. Charities got a knock a minute ago, but he is back to his feet now, and I think he's totally fine. He is. He's rounded off, thank goodness. As we're still tied at 0-0. Just one goal is going to separate these sides. I know it. But I'm a little bit worried it's going to go to the visitors as they keep on coming forward. A good ball to the centre. Pedro Enrique just about got there as Andrade heads it clear. This game is balanced on a knife edge right now, despite there being no goals. And again, someone is going to score at some point. I'm certain of it. But who is it going to be? As Billing releases David Villa down the left-hand side. Our player of the season so far. Cuts inside. Goes for goal. Saved by the goalkeeper. Come on. Well, part of me feels like Buhaduz is definitely going to have to be dropped at some point, because only 2 league goals to start the season off. I mean, I get he's technically our joint highest scorer, but he's not scored since match day 1. He's just not looking like the same player this season, which is so frustrating, because he started off so well after a good pre-season. Anyway, chance here. Billing on the ball. Looks for Charities. He's found him. It is the Italian who's hit the top of the crossbar. It's just not going to be our day. Well, I can't believe that. The game's finished at the Millantor, and it is our 3rd straight clean sheet for an all-out attack team, but a disappointing goalless draw because there were so many chances. I feel more for us than Wolfsburg, but no one could find the back of the net. Crazy game, but it finishes 0-0. Well, the scoreline does not reflect what happened on the pitch, and to be honest, I don't feel like the stats do either. There were quite a lot of chances in this game for both sides. We hit the bar late on as well, but in the end, it's a goalless draw, and it seems like a good result on the face of things, you know, against the third place Wolfsburg side, but I'm disappointed neither side could score in this one. There were a lot of chances, no one could find the back of the net. And so I guess I'll give man the match to one of the defenders. Marian Sarr played quite well for Wolfsburg, shut the door on us and prevented us from scoring, but I'm surprised at the stats first and foremost. There were more attempts than the stats suggest there, but I'm annoyed as well because we had chances to win that game so late on, and the Milan tour last season was the fortress. We always seemed to win at home. Now we're struggling to get those 3 points when in Hamburg. It's been a tough start to the season. However, it's not been too bad if the league table is anything to go by. 10 games in, we're in 8th place, and we certainly sorted our form out at least a little bit. Okay, so second game of today's episode, and if this game finishes 0-0, I'll play a third game for you. But we've got Bayern Munich here away at the Allianz Arena. We've now dropped back to 11th place in the table. It's been a pretty inconsistent start to Season 2 with St. Pauli. We started off quite poor. We've picked it up a little bit, but only 3 wins in our first 10 games. It's not great, and now we travel away against the strongest side in Germany and the league leaders Bayern Munich. It's going to be a tough game for us, but our last away game was a 3-0 win over Hoffenheim. So you never know, we might win this one as well. Come on, St. Pauli, let's do the impossible and beat Bayern away at the Allianz Arena. Let's get it done. Well, you guys have been crying out for me to use that 3-5-2, and you're my head of youth development. You guys are chairing my transfer committee from time to time, and I guess you guys are going to be my tactical coaches as well, because I've switched to a 3-5-2 in this game, and I tell you what, if it comes out well and we win this game, I think I'll stick with it and use your suggestions a lot more often when it comes down to tactics. And Veer is through. Oh, what a save by Neuer. What a start that would have been. I wish I'd been listening to you guys all along. That 3-5-2 may turn out to be the best thing we ever do. What a save by Neuer. That's a lovely touch here, and now Muller's on the ball, and there's a good chance here as Bayern break from our corner, with Dortch now playing it out wide towards Philippe Lahm. Thomas Muller through the gap, played out wide towards Rafinha, the Brazilian, down this right-hand side. Andrade comes across here, can't deny his Brazilian colleague. Robin on the ball, goes for goal, fires it harmlessly wide. What is with the finishing today? I bigged this episode up as one of the biggest of the season and the series really so far, with 2 huge games. No one right now is capable of putting the ball in the back of the net. And oh, Casillas, what a save on Sanchez. Iker Casillas, what a stop. Good chance here for Bayern. Shot from range, over the bar by Benko. I tell you what, if this game finishes 0-0 and both of these games end up goalless, I'll be livid. Because I bigged this episode up as so big. These are the 2 biggest games of the season so far. 2 goalless draws? That's not what you want to see. I mean, honestly, it's so hard to score goals in FIFA 17. Moses on the ball, through towards Kai. I see a man out wide there in Kluivert. I'll play him through. It is Justin Kluivert, son of Patrick, who cuts inside and goes for goal and finds the back of the net. Justin Kluivert puts us in front. He's crawling on the floor as he makes it 1-0 to St. Pauli, and we have that breakthrough. What a big time finish there from the former Ajax man. Your signing has just done what Robben does to so many opposition defenders against Arjen Robben, cutting in and then shooting on his preferred foot into the far corner. A lovely little finish there. It's Bayern 0, St. Pauli 1, and Justin Kluivert has given us the lead with his 2nd goal of the season, and he is our joint highest scorer, just like Delip, just like Buhaduz, just like Andrade, and it's 1-0 to St. Pauli. Come on! Bayern 0, St. Pauli 1. Your signing for Season 2 getting the goal. Your formation change helping us get it. You guys know what you're talking about. You're so much smarter than me. As Hara finds Andrade down the right-hand side. Now deep cross that one to the back stick. And, well, I mean, that wasn't exactly where I was trying to cross the ball. And Neuer had to tip it over the bar there. I thought it was going over. Evidently not. And considering how good we are from corners, I'm fancying our chances here of making it 2 just before the break. Villa takes it. Not a bad delivery. Kluivert's header. Just over the bar. What a half. Here's Dorsch for Bayern Munich, and Bayern trying to get themselves back in this game. Nice ball to Müller, a better ball to Benko, and it is 1-1. And just like that, Bayern Munich are back on level terms. And I didn't even see that coming. I mean, out of nowhere, we've been so much better than the hosts in this game. But they've got themselves the equaliser. A quick little move there. Benko was through, and a great finish past Casillas. Sees Bayern get back on level terms. That was so quick, and it's 1-1. They don't deserve this either. You know, they really don't, as Vieira bonus the ball out wide towards Andrade. We've been the better team in this game. Your formation change has made us look so much stronger. Kluivert's been tearing Rafinha a new one in this game. And they don't deserve to be back on level terms, but they are. And now we're going to have to try and find ourselves another goal as Charities comes inside. Charities for 2-1. Oh, what a finish! Charities has made it 2-2. Brings out the silencer because he silenced the crowd. We're back in front 2 in-game minutes after conceding the equaliser. And Charities, who scored in the last game against Hoffenheim, is now playing Cam, like you guys suggested, in this 3-5-2. And look what's happened. He's got his second goal in 2. And he, like Kluivert, like Andrade, like De Ligt, like Boadus, he's also our joint top scorer this season. I'm taking the plaudits, but really, I should be thanking you guys. We're back in front. Come on. Robin heads it inside to Benatti. A chance of a Bayern to get back on level terms. Robin on the ball. Don't let him cut into his left. Don't let him cut onto his left. He'll play it inside instead. And Casillas makes a really big save. Muller inside to Alexis, not again, not again, not again. Sanchez on the ball, goes for goal, and it's 2-2. The Chilean has fired it in, and once again, a chance pretty much out of nowhere. Bayern get the ball forward as quickly as they can, and the former Arsenal winger has put them back on level terms. Lovely ball inside to Sanchez there. He finds space and levers it from just outside the area. It's a great finish. It's 2-2. What a thriller at the Allianz. It totally makes up for that goalless draw against Wolfsburg. But again, we've gone in front and surrendered our lead. And this is really frustrating because, you know, this will be a famous and massive victory and a statement win at that if we could hold on to the 3 points. But sadly, what we've known all series long is that we can score as many goals as we want, but we just can't defend. One late chance for Bayern. No, 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 no. Referee, where's the full-time whistle? I'll take the draw, please. There it is. It's all over, and that'll do it. Final score at the Allianz. Bayern 2, St. Pauli 2. A thriller away in Munich, and I think the draw was the right result as well. The game was played at frenetic pace. There were so many chances, so many attacks on goal. 4 goals in total, 2 for either side. And I'll take the draw. It may be 2 games without a win, but I'll take the draw against the league leaders Bayern. Of course I will. And again, what are these stats suggesting? Like, I swear, like I said in the last game, I don't feel like the stats truly reflect what happened in the game, because if you look at the stats here, you think Bayern dominated us in terms of shots at the very least. It really wasn't like that. It really wasn't, and you would have seen by the highlights as well. I thought this was quite an even game. You know, I don't care what the stats suggest. I think a draw is the right result, and I'm totally fine with it too. Man of the match to Mr. Versatile, Thomas Muller, for 2 assists, 100% passing, pulled the strings in this game, and pulled Bayern back into it with 2 really important assists when they were trailing twice in this game. We should have held on to the 3 points, but sadly, just a draw, but I'll take it. I'll take it. And that will end today's episode of our Road to Glory career mode as well, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you did enjoy today's episode, then please do consider leaving a like, as likes are, of course, very much appreciated, and they really help the channel out as well. Much love to you all. Enjoy your Saturday evening, and I'll see you for another episode of our Road to Glory career mode very soon.